Hi guys, my name is Aasiyah and I just want to be sharing my journey with revamping my house. I bought this place about 2 years ago. It was built in 1998 or 2000. Not exactly sure which one. I just recently had one of my best friends move out. She was living with me for the past year. And I figured I could either A, get another roommate, or I could keep the space open and use it either as an Airbnb room or as a guest room. So I was planning on getting new flooring in the entire house, but because I'm trying to save and not completely splurge on big ticket items, I decided to keep the same flooring. So I started off with doing 2 paint swatches. I went with the Behr Ultra 1-coat stain blocking. This is the actual big tub that I used. And I did 2 swatches, which was the Varnished Ivory and the translucent silk. I ended up going with the translucent silk mostly because that Varnished Ivory, as beautiful as it was, and I did a little bit of a voting on my Instagram, even though the Varnished Ivory won, I kind of strayed away from it because it was this light blush tone, which was beautiful, but I felt like it would have given the room a little bit too much of a feminine touch. And since I am using it as a guest room, I kind of wanted to stay more in the neutral tone. So I went with the Varnished Ivory. I went with the translucent silk. And I was hoping for a slightly warmer tone, which I didn't. I'm not sure if I achieved that exact warm tone that I was going for, but I am happy with the results because I think it'll go really well with the direction I want to go with my decorations. So as I said, I went with the Behr Ultra Stain Blocking Paint and Primer in 1. I got this at Home Depot. I'll put in the exact price that I got it for, but I think it was somewhere around $36. And so I only needed 1 bucket for the whole room. I still have a little bit left at the end that I can use for getting in those touch-ups. I did that first coat and it looked great, except there were some areas that were uneven. So I went back through last night actually, and I did a second coat in the entire space. And all in all, I think it probably took me under 5 hours to paint this whole room, even though I did it over a few days. The next step that I'm gonna plan on doing is I'm gonna paint the windowsill. And I haven't done those swatches yet because I planned on using this paint stripper. I don't actually know if this is the right one that I'm supposed to be using. I went to Home Depot and just basically looked around. I did buy some sanding paper and 3 different grits, and I'll show that process of stripping down my windowsill because I want to go with a slightly darker, substantially darker hue on the inside of the sill. So these are the 3 colors that I'll be looking at. I've got ink black. It's the Behr Marquee colors. I've got Winter Way, and then the other color is Catwalk. So I went with a semi-gloss enamel. I was gonna go with the satin gloss, which I think is slightly less glossy, but they were out of the sample. And since I'm using such a small space, I want to kind of stick to using only these sample size to paint the whole thing. Mostly because I'm trying to stay on a budget. What my budget is, haven't decided yet. And I want to be as resourceful as possible. If I need to go buy more paint, I'll go buy more paint. Yeah, so that's it for now. And I'll keep working away.